Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ekta Bhushan, teaching anatomy and physiology of exercise at Indira Gandhi Institute of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, University of Delhi. I welcome you all to online lectures of CEC-UGC. In this series, we will be discussing different topics associated with physical education and sports sciences. But today in particular, on the occasion of International Yoga Day, we will discuss the topic effect of yoga on different systems of our body. So, let's start with the muscular system. The muscular system is an organ structure that assists in the motion of a human frame. A human muscular system comprises numerous fibers that ensure posture, maintenance and blood circulation. Approximately, there are around 700 muscles in a body that accounts for half of a person's weight. Each of them is a distinct organ made up of blood vessels, tendons, skeleton tissues, etc. These tissues are also found inside various organs such as stomach, blood vessels, etc. Therefore, muscular system organs are accountable for the movement of the skeleton structure. Its contraction enables proper blood flow in human being. However, there are various sorts of muscle resulting in the functioning of the physique. So, yoga asanas have a strengthening and toning impact on the muscular system of the human body. Yoga asanas are effective in countering problems of fitness as the practice of yoga postures improves physical health, mental peace and aid in spiritual growth. Muscles get stronger and well toned if yoga asanas are practiced on regular basis. Asanas reduces the fat in the abdomen and waist. All the organs and cells of the body becomes active, thus increasing the immunity against diseases. The muscular system consists of almost 500 muscles. Now let's discuss the effects. So, yoga asanas are therapeutic for muscles, ailment and arthritis. Some of the important asanas that cure muscle problems are Tad asana, Pavarna Mukta asana, Maksin asana, Swastika asana, Veer asana, Tikon asana, Vriksha asana, Bhujanga asana. Proper practice of these asanas adhering to their limitations and regulations assure an immense positive effect on human. Muscles get stronger and well toned if yoga asanas are practiced on regular basis. Asanas reduces the fat in the abdomen and waist. When a muscle is working through yoga asanas, these tissues contract and consequently become shorter. The result is that the whole muscle is contracted and becoming shorter. The diaphragm is perhaps the most important voluntary muscle in the human body. Being strongly built, it divides the thorax and the abdomen. Serving as a partition between the two, the diaphragm is a muscle that is dome shaped, the convex surface of its being turned towards the chest. So, basically all asanas helps in building muscles. Whatever the asana which we are learning, whatever you will do, it will somehow helps in muscle building. But now some people says the muscles, the yoga asanas or yoga poses cannot gain the muscles, or for that you have to go to the gym for muscle gaining. But no, there are some of the yoga poses from which you can gain muscles also. They are the chair pose. If you could do one yoga pose to build your lower body strength and muscle mass, this would be the pose. This exercise engages all of the muscles of your legs in the addition to your core. It even works your upper body by forcing you to hold your arms up overhead. Yes, even holding just your arms up can get tiring after a while. Try this pose for a minimum of 60 seconds to start developing some of the killer thigh muscles. Then warrior 3 pose. There are some of the warrior poses. This is the warrior 3 pose. This pose seriously tests your body strength. You have to hold yourself up on one leg while pushing your hamstring flexibility to its limits, while isometrically engaging the muscles of your arms and lifting leg. Remember to breathe here, or you won't hold it for any longer than 15 seconds. Make sure you are warm before doing this pose as well. Aim for 30 seconds or even 1 minute, although at that point your form could start getting sloppy. Now the plank position. This is a very famous exercise. Build your upper body strength while developing your core strength, holding it for as long as you can. For best results, start at 1 minute and build your way up from here. By the way, if you are curious, 11 minutes and 30 seconds. It's my record. Then haka pose. This yoga pose is the best on your hamstring and equally awesome because it helps open up your hip flexors and tone your core. Then dolphin pose. Dolphin pose helps you develop flexibility in your shoulders, which helps you in hamstrings. Crow pose and any movement where you are pressing your arms up overhead. Now let's start with the effect of yoga on skeletal system. So the human skeletal system consists of all of the bones, cartilages, tendons and ligaments in the body. All together, the skeleton makes up about 20% trusted source of a person's body weight. An adult skeleton contains 206 bones. Child skeleton actually contains more bones because some of them include those of the skulls fused together when they grow up. There are also some differences in the male and the female skeleton. The male skeleton is usually longer and has a high bone mass. The female skeleton, on the other hand, has a broader pelvis and accommodate for pregnancy and childbirth. So the human skeleton supports the softer parts of the body such as muscles which are attached to it and the organs which it protects. Skeleton, its joint and muscles are exercised through asanas that leads to the proper development of the bones and strengthens them with the passage of time. Now it promotes flow of synovial fluid. Synovial fluid is the slippery liquid in the joint system that along with hyaline cartilage along smooth painless movement of the bone allows. So the various poses in the yoga allow this fluid to flow to different parts of your body and with regular practice can increase the smooth flow of synovial fluid to your joints and make you move around more smoothly. Then strengthens joints and supporting muscles. So the isometric poses of yoga trains the smaller muscles surrounding and joints to endure more pressure and makes us work them harder in order to stabilize ourselves. Poses that force us to balance on one leg and change elevation or rotate train or supporting muscles to work in ways strictly for stability and balance, thereby improving their function as you go about daily activities. Then weight loss. Every pound of excess weight you carry on your body puts an unnecessary burden on your joints. So the weight your joints are supporting grows exponentially when doing vigorous exercise such as running and jumping. Yoga, along with a healthy diet, can help you shed excess weight that is putting more pressure on your joints and inhibiting your movements. Other effects are the gentle stretching of the muscles and joints releases muscle tension, thus increasing flexibility. The stretching of the joints in asanas causes the secretion of a lubricant called the synovial fluid. This fluid is released into the joints and keep them supple as well as removing waste products. The result is to reduce stiffness, which will prevent arthritis or improve if the person already suffers from condition. Weight bearing asanas usually help prevent osteoporosis and may also help those who are already diagnosed with osteoporosis practiced with care. Long-term benefits of asanas include reduced back pain and improved posture. So, these are some of the asanas which can help you to improve your skeletal system. The first one is slow and complete yoga breathing. So 5 sets of inhale and exhale 3 times a day are the most recommended and most recommended method to achieve the relaxation, hence aligning and smoothing of our spinal cord. Set the alarm for that. So then a spinal twist, seated twist do wonder to your core by aligning our vertebrae and spinal cord. It rejuvenates the bones after a long working session. It opens our hips and rib cage. Then cobra pose. As we walk, sit or even lie down, we lean to lean forward, and this habit contributes to a bad posture. So the cobra pose helps to revert this kind of forward curvature of our core. Then boat pose. The simple looking but not so simple doing a pose, the boat pose requires some patience to achieve the balance. Its benefits include stimulation of thyroid and prostate gland. It does wonder to improve your waistline. It gives a nice stretch to your hamstring. The most important changes it brings to the posture by strengthening your spine and hip flexors. Then cat and cow pose. The cat and cow pose is a combination of 2 poses, the cat pose and the cow pose. It prepares up for the most activities as a warm-up sessions. It does wonder in relieving lower back pain. This pose strengthens the bones, also works well for neck and shoulder pain. It is recommended for the prevention of severe ailment like osteoporosis and osteopenia, arthritis or stiffness of the hips and spine. Now we will discuss the effect of yoga on endocrine system. So the endocrine system is responsible for regulating a range of bodily functions through the release of hormones. Hormones are secreted by the glands of the endocrine system, traveling through the bloodstream to various organs and tissues in the body. The hormones then tells these organs and tissue what to do and how to do the function. Some examples of the bodily functions that are controlled by the endocrine includes metabolism, growth and development, sexual function and reproduction, heart rate, blood pressure, appetite, sleeping and waking cycle, and body temperature. The endocrine system is active in regulating metabolism, growth development, and puberty, and tissue function, and also plays a part in determining mood. Asanas keep the mind calm and at ease. Yoga asanas regulate and control the secretion of hormones from all the glands of the body. So the effects are, yogic practices have been shown to reduce baseline and average glucocorticoid levels, but the glucocorticoid response to an acute challenge is enhanced. These findings indicates a lower level of stress and an enhanced capacity to cope up with the challenge. Certain asanas and also TM have been shown to reduce the fasting blood glucose and serum cholesterol level. These are favorable biochemical indicators suggesting reduced risk of diabetes and atherosclerosis. A recent study has shown night plasma melatonin level to the higher immediately following meditation as compared with those at the same time on a control night. Higher melatonin level might be one mechanism through which the claimed health promotion effect of meditation occurs. So now we will discuss some of the asanas which can help in endocrine system. The master gland that is directly controlled by the brain, handstand, is a yoga posture that is specifically beneficial for the proper functioning of the glands. However, the asana is difficult to perform and should be mastered completely before attempting to it alone. Then the thyroid gland is responsible for the growth and development of the cell process. It also handles the basal metabolic rate of an individual. Shoulder stand is beneficial for proper functioning of these glands. So the glands are responsible for the emotional and physical state of an individual. Peacock posture is advantageous for these glands. Then the ovaries regulates pregnancy and the menstrual cycle, breastfeeding, and the female physical appearance of a woman. The testes are responsible for the secretion of the male sex hormone testosterone. Yoga postures that helps balance the sex hormones and relieve sexual disorders include pranayam and relaxation techniques. Now, advanced postures include rabbit pose, reverse yoga pose, child pose, fish pose, bow pose. Reverse yoga pose include handstand, plow pose, and shoulder stand. All these poses helps regulate the rate of metabolism and affect the rate of growth of other systems in the human body. The reverse poses are especially beneficial for those who suffer from infertility problem. Now we'll discuss some other benefits other than the system benefits we are discussing in part 1 also and this part 2 also, all the effect of yoga on different systems of our bodies. But now we will discuss other benefits of yoga also. So first is the psychological benefits, beneficial effects. So parasympathetic activities overrides the sympathetic activities, decreases in anger, depression and fatigue, beneficial effects on tension, anxiety and vigor, mental health and cognitive benefits. Significant decrease in adrenocorticotropic hormone and cortisol value related to the participants' stress levels, self-reported emotional experiences, stress or coping is improved, significant improvement in the reaction time. Now sleep, brain and hormonal functions. Brain wave coherence study showed that the significant increase in both delta and alpha wave coherence leading to improvement of coherent and integrated brain functioning, increased order lines of brain functioning leading to good academics, reduced the depression and improved quality of sleep in elderly. Then reduce glutathione, vitamin C and vitamin E. The ratio of reduce of oxidized glutathione and total oxidant status were increased significantly following yogic practices. So then dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin and serotonin level increases. All these hormones are happy hormones. Then yoga can be beneficial for stress, anxiety, inflammation, cardiac and respiratory function, depression and quality of life, sleep and brain functions, chronic pain, flexibility and balance, chronic and acute pain. Now we will conclude the lecture. The yoga affects every cell of the body. It brings about better neuroeffector communication, improves strength of the body, increases the optimum functions of all organ systems, increases resistance against stress and decreases and brings tranquility, balance, positive attitude and equanimity in the practitioner, which makes him lead a purposeful and healthier life. In conclusion, I have quoted this quotation also. So we all do things in life. We do things in life, but yoga shows you how do it better. It is by Chuck Miller. So I hope you understand the effect of yoga on different systems of our body, their benefits and how we can improve our body system. That's all for today. See you next time. Thank you.